This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning and thanks for getting up with us on your Sunday. I'm China Green. This morning on Sunrise, 3 years after a Southwest Washington woman was murdered. Her family continues to push for answers. How they're remembering her this weekend. Right now, we're going to check in with Daisy Caballero for a quick look at the forecast.
Hey, good morning, China. Good morning to all our viewers. Happy Sunday. Wanted to take you outside and show you that hunter's moon that we talked about yesterday that will be sticking around for this weekend. If you haven't gone out to see it or just peeked out your window, go ahead and do it. It is bright as can be. We're seeing 38 degrees here in the Rose City. Those winds are calm for the most part. That will be changing in the next few hours. Current temperatures right now, 28 degrees for Hillsborough, 41 in Tiger, 33 down in Sherwood. Looking down south, we are seeing below freezing temperatures for both Kaiser and Salem as well. So some of us are still in that freezing warning this morning, really many of us south of Portland all the way down into Northern California. But regardless of that, we are still seeing some warmer pockets, including Astoria and Tillamook. Check out Newport, though. Newport and North Bend above 10 degrees warmer than where we were at yesterday, and also seeing some warmer conditions as we're looking at John Day and Bend as well. So here's what your day will be looking like for today. Daytime highs will be in the upper 50s for Portland and Vancouver, low 60s for Longview. And here's your 3-day forecast. By Monday, we'll still be seeing those sunny conditions with gusty conditions as well. And then for Halloween, partly sunny skies with daytime highs in the upper 50s.
In Southwest Washington, people are remembering a woman who was murdered 3 years ago. It's a case police are still investigating as her family continues to fight for justice. Ashley Grams has that story.
For the past 3 years, Joe Toney has put one foot in front of the other.
Grief is something that is just you deal with over time.
On Saturday, those steps took him to the place his daughter lost her life.
Since that night, just haven't been able to stop here.
Her name was Britney Toney, and the year was 2020. Britney dropped her 7-year-old daughter off at her ex's house. Police say when she drove away toward Bloyd and 18th in Kelso, Washington, a man ambushed her. It was her ex's father, Scott Belinsky. He shot Britney, but she was able to get away by driving down the hill toward a gas station.
She parked there, backed out, and was trying to go.
That's when Belinsky pulled into the parking lot and fired several times into her car, killing Britney.
As a parent, you're always saying, no, 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 that could never happen, that will never happen. It did happen. And that's a lot to take in.
Police say Belinsky then turned the gun on himself. 1 year later, police say Britney's ex was arrested for tampering with evidence, making false statements, and obstruction. Some of those were related to the murder.
But there's someone else out there that justice needs to be served.
Toney's not only asking for justice for his daughter Britney, but also for his granddaughter, who's now living with her biological father. Toney says he fears for his granddaughter's safety and is fighting for custody.
They're still saying this is the best place for this child to be, where they could be with a nurturing grandparent, aunt, uncle, whatever. We're not doing what's in the best interest of these children.
There is a law in Washington state that Toney says is making it hard for him to get custody of his granddaughter. Toney says the law, which took effect in 2021, favors biological parents over other guardians, even if those parents have a questionable background. He's now working with Washington state lawmakers, hoping to strengthen rights for grandparents. In the newsroom, I'm Ashley Grams, KGW News.
2 people have died in a crash in the Concordia neighborhood. This happened at about 6 o'clock last night on Northeast Lombard Street and Northeast 33rd Avenue. When officers arrived, they found the adult driver and passenger of an SUV dead at the scene. A pickup truck was also involved. That driver was taken by police. Police report that this is the 55th fatal traffic crash this year in Portland. In the meantime, smoke could be seen for miles after a fire broke out in Portland's Goose Hollow neighborhood. This happened a little before 5:30 last night. Portland Fire don't believe anyone was inside the building when they arrived. No word yet on what started the fire, but of course we'll keep you updated as we get more information this morning. Seaside police need help finding an 18-year-old accused of an attack and vehicle theft. Police say Isaiah Thompson is accused of assaulting a driver before stealing their car and taking off. The victim was sent to the hospital in critical condition. Thomas then crashed the car at an intersection and then ran away. He faces several charges, including attempted murder, robbery, and unlawful use of a weapon. They believe Thompson is homeless, so if you know anything about him, call the Seaside Police Department. Portland's new chief of police, Bob Day, was officially sworn in about a week ago, or about 3 weeks ago. We're getting to hear from him on his plans for the city, for the police force. And I sat down with the new chief to learn about what he hopes to accomplish by the end of his term in 16 months.
I didn't come back because I was looking for a job, right? I mean, the opportunity that the mayor and Chief Lavelle really provided me is very special, and I'm very honored.
The new Portland Police Chief, Bob Day, retired in 2019 after a 29-year career at the Bureau. In that time, he held a variety of roles, and now he's back in the leading role after Chief Chuck Lavelle stepped down earlier this month.
I really see that this is a time of transition for the city. A lot of uncertainty about what that's going to look like. 13
days in, the chief already has his top priorities clearly lined out. Number one being crime.
Reducing crime and the fear of crime through community engagement and enforcement efforts.
He hopes to do that by improving calls for service and by strengthening relationships with members of the community.
Number two is transparency and accountability. Really, you're going to see a lot more of me personally. That may be a positive or a negative, but I intend to be to be very visible, to be very out and about.
Number three, professional growth and development.
Really, that has an organizational piece to it, more of an inward focus. But the reality is that I can only represent and do so much. It's really the many, many men and women of the organization that touch the community on a much broader, more consistent scale than me.
And when it comes to reducing drug use in the city, it's a battle the chief says is personal.
I lost a family member to a fentanyl overdose a few years back, so it's personal and it's definitely a priority. I mean, we're talking about, lives, human lives at stake here. And so we're doing everything we can.
He says while Portland has had a lot of chiefs come and go, he wants to stress this bottom line. There's change ahead.
They have a chief that's all in. I'm here clearly by choice, and I'm here because I see the opportunity that lies in front of us.
Moving now to the teacher strike in Oregon's largest district. It's now just 3 days away. Saturday, Portland teachers did something a little different in hopes of reaching a last-minute deal. Thomas Schultz has that story.
With a potential teacher strike just a couple school days away, more than 1,000 people marched through downtown Portland, brandishing signs and streaming across bridges, all part of an effort to push negotiations with Portland Public Schools forward.
The negotiations have been hard.
Hard, without either side budging much on demands. Teachers want more planning time in smaller classrooms.
I have 180 students, and in order to give 5 minutes of feedback, that is 15 hours of work.
Another big issue, pay. The two sides are still far apart on wage hikes over the next 3 years.
It does not help retain quality educators and diverse educators when they can't afford to live in the city.
And Portland teachers aren't the only ones marching on Saturday. Parents are out here too, looking for more resources for their classrooms.
My son is in a class of 31, and he has an amazing teacher, but would his experience be better in a class of 25? Yeah, 100%.
Though a Portland public spokesperson says the average elementary classroom is 23 students. And as for the rest of the teachers' wants, district administrators say they don't have enough money.
Our proposal on the table right now will require budget cuts in this year and the next 3 years.
We're not gonna take it.
Though teachers are becoming more frustrated, and after bargaining for almost 11 months,
the chances are pretty high that we will have to be on strike on Wednesday.
In Portland, Thomas Schultz, KGW News.